Josh Loeser, thanks for taking the time. Let's get caught up to date on men's gymnastics here at the Air Force Academy. Your team, younger, obviously. You had some great graduates with Upton leaving and Hoops leaving last year, but your take on your team.
So far they've done pretty well. The beginning of the season started off a little rough, but like you said, they are young. Our freshman class about 8 guys, and then our sophomore class is 4 guys. And when we went to all academies, I think we do 24 routines total for the competition. 8 of them were juniors and seniors, and the rest were freshmen and sophomores. So uh, a ton of potential, like way more talent than I think we've had as a whole than we've had maybe ever. Um, but it's just going to take, I mean, with that, it's going to take a little time to get them to where they need to be, but they've made quite a few significant jumps um, since the first competition or two. And I think they're going to keep climbing up. I think the meet this past weekend, that's probably the best I've seen that team look maybe since Sergi and I started in 2019. Um, but yeah, a lot of potential and just getting them to the point of realizing it.
Is that mostly it? Is it more of a mental thing than you think? Like continuing to work on your craft is one thing, but mentally realizing that, hey, yes, I am good.
That's I would say the biggest part of it. I feel like that's something that maybe quite a few teams at the academy seem to struggle with. I think that mentality may have been just ingrained for so long with regards to athletics at the academies, all 3 of the academies actually. Uh, Getting them over that hump and realizing, hey, you're just as good as these other guys. Just because you're at an academy doesn't mean you're not as good as these other. So getting kids to realize that's the hardest part, I think. Once they understand that, the drive and the hunger for competition usually follows without you having to do anything. It's mainly getting them to realize, hey, you're just as good as any of these other guys. Once they realize that, then they usually it's like the reins or yeah, you let go of the reins and they just run. But getting them to that point can be difficult sometimes. So
Absolutely. So your next competition will be against Stanford, and it's interesting. In men's gymnastics, it seems like there's only the elite teams that are available, and plus you, Army and Navy. So, like, how do you go into these competitions knowing you're going against the best of the best almost every time out?
well, I mean, it's hard to say. Like you don't want to say, "Whoa, we're not going here to win this." But at the same time, you have to be realistic. I mean, um, we know we're not going there to beat Stanford. It's more of a competition against yourself whenever you're competing against teams like that. Um, I think it's good when it comes to like the pressure and nerves, like being given an opportunity to kind of deal with that, while at the same time knowing like we're we're not here to win this meet, but we are here to do better than we did at the last one, and that's sort of the approach we take to most competitions, even against teams that we know that we're probably going to beat. It's not about that. It's all right. This is where we were at the last competition. I want y'all to up it to about here. And so far, they've been really good at that. You might not see it in the scores all the time, but if you watch the performance, I think you see it. You see it more in their execution, uh, and that's like I said, the leap they made from All Academy to this past weekend was huge. Now the score was lower, but the way our sport's set up, if one person tanks one event, then the score's gone. Uh, but overall, they're definitely moving the direction that we want, and I think faster than we expected. So yeah, that'll be the goal for Stanford. Just all right, this is where we were the last weekend. Let's try to up it to here. More with hit percentage and execution than worrying about the score. So
Fantastic, Josh. Thanks for the time, and have a good time at Stanford.
yeah, thank you very much.